Hey all, I'm recording this video basically to solve the Leetcode daily challenge. And today the problem for the daily challenge is detect capital. Okay, let's understand the problem statement. So in the problem statement, basically we have to return true or false based on a given condition. The first is if all the letters in the word is capital, we say it's true. And if all the letter in the word is not capital, we say basically it's true. And if the first letter only in the word is capital and all the other letter is small, for example, in this case, in the word Google, G is capital and all the letters are small in the word. So basically, we say this is a true. This is basically correct usage of capital. Now, if apart from these three conditions, if any other, there is anything else, I think then we have to return false, right? Now let's take example. If the word is USA, basically all the letters in the word is basically capital, and we say that okay, now this satisfy the condition, it's true. Now, if you see the word flag, even though now you see here the third condition is true where it say the first letter is capital, but all the other letters are not, right? So in this case, for example, neither it is all the letters are capital, neither all the letters are small, neither first letter is capital, right? So it's in this case, the answer is false, right? Now, let's try to solve this problem. Okay. In this problem, the first thing is let's try to solve it for the base case, right? For example, in this case, the base case of ours will be if the word of then the length of this word is basically equal to 1. And in this case, it will be always be true, right? It will basically suffice all the three conditions, right? So in this case, for example, if the letter is there's only one letter, let's say U. Basically, if it is capital, it suffices the first one or the third one also. And if the letter is small, it suffices the second condition, right? So in this case, this our base case will get handled, right? Now let's see the next statements, right? So for example, now one of the unique cases here is we want to know if the first character of the word is basically a capital letter or not, right? Because that will help us to basically check for the third condition, right? So what we will do is we'll just see that we'll take a Boolean variable and say is first letter capital, and we'll say currently it's a false, right? Now we'll check if the we'll use the character we'll use the character class is uppercase method to check if the character is basically uppercase or not, right? We'll check whatever the first character in the word, right? If it is uppercase, we'll say that is first character is capital, which is true, right? Now this will give us basically a condition that we'll get to know that if the first character is capital letter or not, right? Now the trick which what we'll use to solve this problem is we'll count the number of small characters, right? Either you can do vice versa also. You can count the number of capital letters. Within this case, I'll count the number of small characters in the letter, right? Now, if the number of small characters in the letter is, let's say, equal to the word length, which means that all the characters are small, right? If it is not, it is a negative, right? If we'll use basically the negative and the plus sign actually to distinguish between the capital letter and a small letter, right? If the basically the count for the number of capital letter is minus equal to the word length, right? It means that all the letters are capital, right? It means it does suffice our condition, right? And we'll also see that how the third condition get handled, right? Now what we'll say, we'll basically declare a variable saying that small character count, small char count, will say currently it is 0, and we'll say we'll check for all the characters. Okay, this is word, this is not words basically. Now we'll check if the character is uppercase, and we'll check for word.char at I. If it is uppercase letter, what we'll say will basically say small character counts minus minus. And Else, if it is a capital case, we'll say the small character counts, or it basically small character will say small character count is plus plus. Now in this case, now let's check our, now let's test our all conditions, right? Now what we'll say that irrespective of the plus or minus sign, right? We'll say maths.abs. Basically, we'll rule out we'll basically take the absolute value of it, right? We'll say small character count is equal to word dot length, right? And if this condition is true, then it means that it suffices either the first condition or the second condition, right? Or now we also have a third condition, right? In this case, what we'll do if the first character is capital, right? And the small character count is equal to word dot length minus 2, right? In this case, what will happen is this will help us to check the third condition, right? So what will happen if the first character is capital in this case, right? G is capital. Now the small character count will be currently it will be this will become minus one. Next one will bring it to zero, right? So that's why what happens is the small character count will always be equal to the word length minus two, right? Now let's check for the test cases, right? Now, if you see what all test cases will get formed here, right? One is the first letter is capital and the middle letter is not. So this will basically evaluate into false, right? Second is all is capital, basically suffice the first condition becomes true. Uh, Third is all is small, basically suffice into the second condition becomes true. Third is basically first character is capital, all the other is small, then suffice into the third condition, right? So now let's run our test case and see if this works. Okay, if you can see that all the test cases has passed. Now let's submit our solution. Oh, cool. I think so the solution is also accepted. And I think we have beat almost all the submissions in Java. Thank you.